How's it going, everybody? My name is Zeneis, and welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Old Republic. We are still on Manaan. We have finished the main storyline, so now I have got Jolee with me, and we're going to talk to Alora so we can do this little side quest here.
Jolee, it is you. I need your help.
Alora, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolee. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolee. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Alright. So, I think all we have to do is just go back to where we just had our trial and talk to them, I guess. I'm assuming. I don't know. Hey guys, how's it going? While we are not free to discuss the incident, we remember your involvement in it quite well. What is it you wish to bring to my attention? I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. This is acceptable, I believe. In Manaan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. The arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you would fulfill the role adequately. I suppose your Sunry's...
We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You are now the appointed arbiter for the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. I will now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time in which to investigate and organize a defense of your client, and I advise you use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Alasa Hiros. He has been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he is being kept in solitary holding cell. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained in the hotel in question pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has now been informed of your appointment. Alasa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all the information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case and you are an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as a final missive. Awesome. What can we... I suppose I must spend time talking to you since you are here in an official capacity. What do you need? Is there anything suspicious about this case? I find this case to be fairly straightforward. Sunry is from the Republic. Alasa is from the Sith. The great empires battling now live out their conflict through their minions too. Is that all? What do you think of Sunry? He was a Republic soldier, a hero even. Do you think his Republic masters would let someone so valuable go so easily? I think not. I think Sunry maintains his contacts with the Republic and seeks to escalate the situation here. Is there something else you require? Nothing. Okay. I'm assuming it's the same two questions for everyone. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry, a former Republic officer, highly regarded. He's admired by your people here on Manaan and even seems to maintain some sort of relation with them still. If he is capable, as some of the Republic citizens still believe him to be, he is certainly capable of his actions that would result in this murder. Is there anything else? What about this case? If Sunry was so innocent, why was he seen fleeing the scene of the crime? Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself or was at least aware of what had occurred? This case seems fairly simple and obvious to me. Your Republic types stick together. However, I assume you will go to lengths to defend him. Alright. I have no doubt that... Oh, come on. I always get stuck on one of my companions. I'm assuming that all of the judges pretty much share the same thought process. What do you think of Sunry? Great warrior, fought for the Republic. I have great respect for his accomplishments and find it tragic that he finds himself in this current situation. If the Republic had more individuals like him right now, I do not believe the Sith would be so great of a problem for your people. What is suspicious about the case, I find it questionable that a man with such a reputable past as Sunry would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. Okay, that's a good detail to know. But knowing the Sith, there was probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There's been much pressure by the Sith on our government and even on the judges themselves to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. The letter of the law is absolute. We will not be compromised for Sith power grabs. Alright, okay, so the Sith are pressuring the judges. They're not giving in, they say. I don't know. What do you think of Sunry? Some half-human cripple would murder someone as obviously competent as the Sith Alasa. Questionable at best. A man who can barely walk, killed by a Sith, killed a Sith. But I wouldn't put it past the Republic to try and arrange such circumstances to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? What's suspicious about this case? I find it presumptuous to assume that the crippled Sunry could kill Alasa. I think that there must have been another who killed her, perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason for this the metal clutch in Alasa's hand either, but it may have been that she fought them off even as she died. I think this may be the work of some Republic conspiracy, and I'm not afraid to say so. If the only means I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunry, then so be it. Alright. So we have people both on the side of the Republic and the Sith. I believe Sunry is in the holding cells right next door, so I'm going to talk to him next. I feel like that's the next logical step, and then I'll go talk with the witnesses. Can I go in now? Nope. Okay. I'll talk with you. Whatever he cares. Hey, Sunry.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkled butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
I need to investigate the case some more. Any ideas where I should look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offloaders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith when I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my heroes cross at a crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
There's a few things that we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me.
Probably.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
All right, I'll be going now.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Okay, I need to go to the hotel, which, if I recall, is right by the Republic Embassy. So we already know where that is. So in times past, I think the actual verdict that I've come up with is that Sunry is guilty. From the evidence that I've gathered.
May I have a moment?
Okay.
There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolee. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
I kind of want to pick, of course, Malik isn't evil. He's just misunderstood. So you don't have a problem with Malik and the Sith?
I want to stop Malik as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
I love Jolee's line of thinking. I am a huge, huge fan of the whole ideal of the Grey Jedi. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's... and me personally, I think the Jedi, especially in the movies, have become corrupt in a way. Just the whole idea of, like, getting so intertwined with the government and also taking kids, like, before they have a chance to get to know their family. Just, like, taking them from families to train them in the ways of the Force to force them into this belief system that you can't have any attachments or anything like that. Like, it's just everything about the Jedi, when you really, really look at it, it is just weird, and I don't like it. I don't care for the Jedi philosophy, and I don't like the Sith philosophy either. I think the Grey Jedi ideals are kind of what I align with more, and that's why if I were ever in the Star Wars universe with the Force, I would definitely align with the side of the Grey Jedi. So, anyway, that my 2 cents, whatever. Anyway.
Got something on your mind?
You never did actually say why you wanted to come with me.
No, I never did I?
You know, are you always going to be this elusive?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Move on to where?
To bed. I'm old and tired.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
You could do that on your own.
So I could. Not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
You know what my destiny is?
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
No. Tell me more of what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
I don't bring you along for your amusement, you know.
Oh, stop being such a baby. Are you always so quick to turn aside an ally? Not too many of them, do you? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? Too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Ah, I love Jolee. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I thought this was where I was supposed to go, but it is not. Okay, so, as I was saying, I think that the outcome of Sunry is that he actually did do it. But I know that there are ways that you can find him innocent. I have done both before. I don't know if you needed force persuade for that or not. I genuinely don't even know how I got there. But who really cares? Anyway, the hotel is right up here on the left. The Republic Embassy obviously is on the right here, and then you just you go over here to the hotel to interview people. Let's talk to the receptionist.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Hey, just tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Want to ask something
What do
else?
you want to know?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
That'll be all.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
He's a cheery type. He loves his job. I'll tell you that right now. All right. That's not something we can do. What about that? Oh, is this it? Hey, Glupor. Yay. You here with Selkath? You have questions for Glupor? Glupor already say everything he knows. I have questions about the murder of Alasa. Glupor tell everything to Selkath. You not know? Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything. Everything about murder. Everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the... who cares? What did you see? Glupor not see murder. Oh no. Glupor did see Republic guy. The cripple. Sunry his name. Glupor thinks. Glupor see Sunry running away from the scene of the crime. Glupor see nothing else. Nothing else at all. Especially not in Sith Lady's room. What about Alasa's room? Glupor just curious to see what happened. Glupor have no reason to go into room. No one paid Glupor to do it. How about I give you 100 credits to tell me? How you know someone paid Glupor? Well, Sith man came up to Glupor after murder before Selkath arrived. He say he give Glupor good money if Glupor put metal in Sith's hand. Glupor good. Glupor plant evidence and leave no traces. But Glupor not recognize Sith man anyway. Glupor not recognize humans very well. No use to Selkath, so not bothered to tell them. Well, that and the Sith may say he killed Glupor. Glupor speaks. Oh no. Glupor think he can't talk more right now. Glupor thinks he needs to lie down. Maybe just stay here. Why are you back? Glupor already tell you everything. Why don't you leave Glupor alone? Okay, interesting. Does he die?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Feareth me. Alright. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Yes. You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too?
Yep.
I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Alasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Oh, well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Maybe if I tossed in 100 credits?
100 credits.
Okay, I'll ask something else. What'd you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Alasa's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Sunry, I only heard of Kip.
Okay.
And there is...
Sith Master... What did you see?
I did... one
Okay.
thing. Yes.
Alright, so I don't have a high enough persuasion thingy, whatever crap, to
No problem.
get him to talk. I'll just break this door open. No one worry about it, alright? It's not suspicious at all for a Jedi to come in with a lightsaber to do this, right? Alright, what's here? Medpack, that's it? Okay, cool. Is this where the murder happened? I guess it is, I don't know. Alright. Oh, cleaning joy. Okay. Mysterious man. There's a mysterious man here. I don't like this. What's going on, boy?
You, Jedi. I hear you're investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Why are you telling me this?
Let us just say that I'm an interested party, and that I have concerns. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunry and Alasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
You're talking crazy talk.
I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges.
Got that right.
And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Okay, that fade was a little bit fast for that, but okay, I'll take it. Okay, so I know that I can talk to the Republic embassy dude person, Roland, wherever he is. I actually don't know where he went. Where did he go? Oh, he's way down here still. That weird place to be. All right.
Greetings once again. I trust you have been discreet concerning the events at Rackard Rift.
Of course I have.
If the Selkath obtained proof of what occurred down there, the consequences for the Republic would be severe. For both our sakes, I hope you are smart enough to keep silent on this matter. Truth be told, I'm uncomfortable even with us being seen together. The rumors are already plentiful enough among the Selkath about the Republic's role in this.
Yeah. I'm investigating Sunry's case.
I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic.
Are you so sure it was the Sith?
Who else? Sunry's conviction will be a blow to Republic-Selkath relations. Who would benefit from this other than the Sith? If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else? Greetings once again.
Any chance the Republic was involved?
The Republic? That makes no sense. Sunry has no enemies in the Republic, and his conviction will make all of our jobs more difficult. If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on... I regret... Then I shall...
Alright. Okay, so I don't think he's going to offer any assistance in this case for me. Maybe. Ah, man, I don't know. I don't think any of the Republic soldiers...
If you got a problem, go talk to our diplomat.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't bother me with it.
Okay, so I don't think the Republic is gonna help me. I feel like the only way to get to the bottom of this is to investigate the Sith, like he said, because there's not really. I don't know. There's not really any other thing to do. Like I already got the information from Gloopor that. Oh come on. What is Bastila doing? Is she hoeing it up back there? There you are. Gosh. I already got the information from Gloopor that he planted the metal, and that's some evidence. I feel like that's not...
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
You can take, you can have your credits when you take them from my cold dead hand.
You talk big, but remember what we did to Taris. Maybe you're next on our list.
Your mom's next on my list. Whatever. Anyway, so I don't think that evidence is what's the word I'm looking for? Freeing? I don't think that's gonna clear Sunry's name. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I think this is the cantina. I don't think this is where I need to go. Oh, swoop registration. Never mind. I'm in. Where am I? Oh, there it is. God, I'm looking for this hallway, and it's like tucked away. Look at this beautiful. Look at this beautiful world. Doesn't it remind you of Mon Calamari? Mon Cal? What? How do you? What is that called? Ooh, Emporium. I might need to go there. Salt droid, blah blah blah. Who cares? I'm just gonna go in. Hey guys, how's it going? I like how they just let me in now. That's a cool little thing. Oh, everyone's dead? Okay. I wonder who did that. What a bunch of jerks. Alright. Alright. I do not know where I would find any evidence to clear Sunry's name. Like, what would be here that would help me find what I needed to? Like, I guess I just don't know where anything pertaining to the case would be. I am going to do some searching around, and I will be back in a minute whenever I find what I need. I guess. I don't know. Alright, guys. I am not able to find anything in the Sith base. I don't know if there is anything in the Sith base, but I'm not able to find it. I've looked through pretty much everything that I have access to, so I am just gonna go with the evidence that I found and see if I can confront Elora or Sunry about the affair that he was having, because we've got evidence that he was having an affair with Alasa, so I figure that might be something that we can use to defend him. Also, the fact that Glupor planted that, the fact that he planted that metal is something as well. I thought we might be able to find something in the Sith base to further prove that that is what happened, that it was planted. But I am not able to find anything that suggests that we can do that. So I am just going to go back to the holding cells and hope that I'm able to find something there. So yeah, I do know that Sunry is guilty. Where am I going? Where do I go? Who are you? You're a Selkath. Okay, cool. Is it this way? I feel like it's this way. I feel like the other time I went too far, or I didn't go far enough or something. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first time playing this game. Ever. You know? Right? Alright, Elora.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial.
Yep.
My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Okay, he was banging another woman, though. Was Sunry having an affair?
What?
Ow, come on.
Now, Elora. We're not here to pass judgment, my dear. We do need to know everything if we're here to help, yes?
Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just struck me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Yeah. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
Yeah, I don't know what to say now. He is a soldier, though. He has killed many Sith before. He has killed many Sith before.
That was a long time ago. In a war, far, far away.
It was
He's
not really.
changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence.
Your husband might not be so innocent, Elora.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Alright. Okay, cool. Let's go talk to whatever. Hey, Sunry! Yo,
Jolee,
cheater.
Coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
There's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
There was a Rhodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manaan. Oh, except for Tybark and this one named Glupar who was hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manaan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Were you and Alasa having an affair?
No, what this must look like, yes. Yes, we were having an affair. I know it was wrong, but I'm a weak man. Alasa was beautiful and young. How was I to resist her charms? But I didn't kill her. I loved her. Please. I know I made a terrible mistake getting involved with Alasa, but I was going there to break it off with her. I did it, but found out later that she was dead. I don't deserve to go to jail just for having an affair, do I? You have to help me prove that I wasn't the killer.
I'll be going now.
Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell...
I don't know. I know that he's guilty. I just don't have proof. Whatever, what do you know? I want to begin the trial now. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped, and once judgment is given, the case cannot be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. I just saved, so if I don't like the outcome, I'll just redo it, okay? I'll just close out the game, and then I'll restart it, okay? Don't worry about me. Alright, let's do this. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus the Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding are Judges Selkar. Who cares? The trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry and the death of the Sith Alasa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have any opening statements? I will find Sunry innocent. That remains to be seen. You remain to be seen. Acting as a prosecutor for the Otto City Authority is an impartial observer from the Sith Empire.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
Okay, we don't want execution. Do not be too overzealous in pressing your commission, Sith. The first matter of business is the presentation of a sworn testimony by the proprietor, Ignis, of the hotel where the murder occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial.
Know your place, Sith. This is important evidence. The court will keep this in mind near the top of the list of pertinent facts. We will now begin calling forth the witnesses of the crime and taking their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony you have cross-examined them, you may ask the presiding judges for their opinions on the current state of the case. This is a special privilege given by Manaan law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. First witness is Feareth. The prosecution will question the witness first. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler on a reliable testimony. So this is the guy who said something about... Oh, they were having an affair. Do not undermine the witness. Objection sustained. Ask the witness your questions and do it promptly.
Of course, Your Honor. Feareth me. What did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot, and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elasa was fired.
A very pertinent point, prosecutor. It is now the defense's turn to cross-examine the witnesses. Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Your point is well taken, Arbiter. Do you have any additional questions? How could Sunry have harmed her if he was a cripple?
Well, he was moving pretty fast running away, but yeah, I mean, how could he kill a Sith warrior in combat? I don't know for sure.
Do not think less of Sunry because of his handicap. He is fully capable. Can't you see that the man can hardly walk, let alone fight Elasa? That is enough for now. We will deliberate on this later in private. Do you have any additional questions? Was the medal left at the crime scene not a little too obvious? Should I ask that? Or I feel like I should ask Glupor that.
I think it may have been. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to leave something that important lying around, wouldn't you?
This argument has merit. Do you have additional questions? I have no additional questions. Okay, so it's a good thing I asked. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? Yes. I do not have enough information. I'm unsure. I cannot make my decision. I do not have enough information. I cannot tell. Okay. Since the defense has no further questions, we will call out the second witness, the Rhodian Glupor. Prosecution may ask or question the witness.
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elasa's room, didn't you? This is clear then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elasa already dead behind him.
Perhaps, Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of the defense to question the witness now. Did you see Sunry kill Elasa? Glupor not see Sunry really hurt Sith, but Glupor did see Sunry leaving room with dead Sith in it. But Glupor not see him really kill Sith. An important distinction, Arbiter. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? Do you really think a cripple could have hurt Elasa? Sunry seems like a strong man, but he is hurt too. Glupor not think that the man like that would stand up to a Sith, not at all, but Sunry still run fast after. We know full well the extent of Sunry's injuries, Arbiter. The fact still remains. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? Isn't the medal at the crime scene too obvious a clue? Glupor not know why anyone leave things in someone else's room. Glupor just think these things might happen. It is just odd. Very odd indeed. Do you wish to ask anything else? Did you plant the medal on Elasa? Glupor?
Don't do it, Glupor.
The prosecution will be silent. What is it you wish to say, Glupor? Glupor paid by Sith to plant that medal.
Lies! Slander! I object!
Are you certain of this, Glupor? Glupor certain. The new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? I have no additional questions. Would you like to poll the judges? Yes. I did not have enough information. I am unsure. Cannot make decision. I do not believe Sunry would have committed the crime. He was wrong about his thoughts about Sunry. Okay, Alora's wife. Sunry. Sorry, Alora, Sunry's wife. My bad.
Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes, I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elasa.
A supposition for now, prosecutor. Does the defense have any questions for the witness? Sunry was a Republic war hero, wasn't he?
Yes. He fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold blood.
Your husband earned a medal because he excelled at killing Sith. It relates directly. Do not let personal opinions sway your judgment of the law. Any more questions? Sunry was a cripple. Could he have killed Alasa?
He was a good man, but his injuries pained him terribly. But he always held on, always persevered. I don't think he could have beaten her or anything like that. But a blaster? I just don't know.
Sunry seems fully capable to me, but it seems unlikely he would choose to do such a thing. Do you have any more questions? Was it true your husband was having an affair with Alasa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
Be silent. You have already questioned the witness, prosecutor.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
This is very enlightening evidence. It will influence our deliberation considerably. Do you have any more questions? No additional questions. Yes, I will poll the judges. Could have been the culprit. Okay, one perfectly capable of commit. Come on! Crap! Perfectly capable against Sunry. I do not believe. Okay. So 2 for Sunry, 3 against.
I wish to call forth.
Alright, we're doing Sunry. We're doing Sunry, boys. Let's do this. Let's see.
Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Alasa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Alasa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Do not interrupt the accused. In fact, I think you've said quite enough already, prosecutor. Do you have any questions to ask the accused, arbiter? You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Be silent, prosecutor. This is a valuable point that lends some credence to your defense, arbiter. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Alyssa was a Sith spy, wasn't she?
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
You're not helping yourself, Sunry. You only give a reason why you might kill her. He merely states facts. The incompetence of the murder indicates that her occupation was not the motive for the killing. The fact remains, Alyssa was a Sith and likely a spy as well. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Could Alyssa have gotten a... How could Alasa have gotten a hold of your medal?
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, Your Honors?
We already... Whatever. It does have merit and deserves consideration. Anything else you wish to ask? I have no additional questions. I will poll... Not enough information. 1 neutral. 2 neutral. 1 against. 2... Oh no, we got 2 against now. He changed his mind. Witnesses have all been called forward and questioned by both prosecution and defense. Prosecution will now present in closing its summary of the pertinent facts of this case.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Alasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Indeed, and your closing statements, Arbiter? Okay. I don't know what the best option here is, but I think focusing on the planted evidence is probably my best bet. So I'm going to say that Alyssa was a spy and the Sith are framing Sunry. I find that highly unlikely, Arbiter. The Sith have no need for such deceptions. The facts speak clear, but the Sith have been known for violence, deception, and murder before. It is also true. Is there another point you wish to make? Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her.
The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand.
Your time for arguments has passed, and you do well to remember that. The Arbiter's argument does bring up a valid point. Is there anything else you would wish to state? No one actually witnessed the murder. Truth.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
If you speak out of turn again, you will be forcibly ejected from the court. The Arbiter speaks a valid fact. Is there another point you wish to make? The Sith are obviously evil and set this up.
Objection!
The Arbiter is allowed an opinion as well as you, Prosecutor, no matter how erroneous or truthful. I guess Sunry was Cripple and could have killed her. Cripple can be just as capable as any other man, and Sunry more than most. You overrate this man. Perhaps. Are there any other arguments? My arguments are complete. I got nothing else. Alright. Court hereby finds Sunry guilty of the murder of the Sith Lhasa. According with Selkath, prescribed punishment for murder is death.
Sunry, no.
But due to the extenuating circumstances surrounding this case, and to not provoke additional tension between the Sith and Republic elements within Otto City, the sentence is committed to a life term in the Otto City prison.
No, Your Honors. I demand the death penalty.
You are in no position to argue, Sith. Do not think that your empire can pressure this court. We have made our decision. The verdict has been delivered, and the trial is now over.
This is the will of the court, but it doesn't feel like justice to me.
Remove the guilty party from the courtroom.
Sunry?
He cheated on you. Why are you crying? Whatever. Okay, that was not the outcome that I wanted, but it is the outcome that we got. So I have to... I mean, I do have the ability to go back and do it over again, but I don't think I would get a different outcome. I did stop him from getting the death penalty, and that is one of the most important parts. Not important, but it's one of the points that I definitely wanted to meet. Again, I do know that he is guilty from previous playthroughs, and I'm sure that there is a way that I could get him out, but I don't really know of it. I thought I had all the evidence that I needed in order to make him or have the outcome be not guilty, but apparently I do not. So I guess that is all for this episode. Now we have one more planet to go to. We have Korriban, which is obviously where we're going to be heading next. That's going to be a little bit more, not difficult, but I'm going to be surrounded by Sith there, so I'm going to have to watch what I say at all times, basically. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. I know that I took up the entirety of this episode to cover a character subplot, but I feel that it was worth it. It's a longer one, and it takes a lot of time to get through it, so I feel that it was a good detour from our main story. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.